been bothering about the Bills flag today. They're on the bye week. It's going to be a little different today, Josh.
Here we go.
Welcome to Live
In the Alley!
All right. We got your co-host Billy and Josh, a special guest for the bye week roundtable, Jim Bielaszewski. Of course, it's backwards because everything's backwards on this damn thing.
We got Bielaszewski, Jim.
Either way, however you want to take it.
There we go.
First down, John Brown.
First down, John Brown.
Anyways,
So last week, what happened?
we won.
We won. The Bills played a tough
Again.
game.
Again.
A tough game against the Titans. Allen was up and down. The run game was definitely there, especially early in the game. But they let him back into it. Allen goes right down the field, finds who?
I can't
Come on, Bills
remember.
fans.
I'm just
Come
kidding.
on.
I'm
Who?
just kidding. It wasn't first down, John Brown.
No, it was.
It was that guy from the practice squad.
Oh, from Durham, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Duke
Duke.
Williams with the game-winning touchdown, essentially put them ahead with 9 minutes left. The defense locked down at the end of the game and just did their thing. Come away out of Tennessee with the win. There was 190 million Bills fans in Nashville last weekend.
No, there was more than that.
Really?
Yeah, 197
Million?
million Bills fans.
Incredible. Incredible. So they're on the bye this week. They're on vacation. They're surfs up, as some might say. I don't believe that. but
I heard Josh Allen was at a Sabres game
He was.
drinking beer.
He was actually at a high school game Friday night.
Was
saw
he
that
drinking
as
beer
well.
there as well?
He might have snuck something in.
Oh, he looks like a sneaker.
Yeah, I think he had a Mad Dog.
Oh,
Could be.
He had a Mad
2020.
Dog in his jacket.
Mad Dog 2020.
Concord Grape, probably.
But,
Oh, yeah, obviously.
So they're on the bye. Next week they have, who do they play next week?
Downtown. I mean, the Dolphins.
They play Miami next week. Miami is 0-40 this
Basically,
season.
they have another bye.
Yeah, don't say.
Well, and they have another bye after that.
When they play Washington.
Yeah, I don't know what their logo is because
I'm not gonna say
it's
it.
a little controversy.
Yeah, stay out of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either way.
We
But
don't
They're playing the Washington team.
they play Miami next week, who they look kind of, they don't look good.
I love you, Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
I
gotta
hope
love
he
Fitzpatrick.
starts. Actually, I hope he doesn't because he's.
No, he's kind of good.
Actually, Fitzpatrick is not starting. They are going with Josh Rosen rest of the season.
The rest of the season.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
Ah.
off camera?
Yeah, booze from the side. We got everything going on today, folks. We will not have unfortunately, there is no Jives with Jimmer because Jimmer is right here with us
There
today.
he is.
So why don't we skip that?
Let's go.
We'll go right to Q&A with Double A. Let's see what he's got to say.
Double A, your first question, please.
Yep. Aaron, what do you got for us?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Double A.
Ah.
Aaron?
Well.
Well,
Oh, looks like somebody decided not to show up for work today.
yeah. Well, we're gonna pay him the same.
Yeah,
Regardless.
yep.
You know,
It's a salary
his bye
deal.
week.
Union wage scale.
Yeah. Yep, it's a salary deal with that, Aaron. Can't fight him on it.
Well, it was in the contract.
Ah.
When we signed him on,
They was whether show or no
he
show.
goes, I gotta take off the bye week. I'm like a player. I'm going home to see my family. That's
We'll
what he
give that
said.
one.
You know what,
Good
though,
for
Josh?
Double A.
I wish we had time to go see our family instead
No,
of
no,
gotta be
we
here for this
got
show.
we got a show to put
We got
on.
a show to put on. Obviously, very well too.
Wow.
So a little something different this week, or something a little different, if you will. We've got Jimmer with us. We're gonna do our bye-week round table with no round table.
Trapezoid.
Rhombus round table. So we're going to talk about a few different things this week, cover some different topics, what's been going on in the NFL this week or year, this week and year,
This week here.
this week year. So Jimmer, why don't you start us off? What do we got going on in the NFL up to this point and for the future of the season?
Well, up to this point, we've had three very prominent quarterbacks go out with injuries.
Who are they?
That would be Nick Foles in Jacksonville,
Foles.
Super Bowl MVP 2 years ago. first ballot Hall of Famer Drew Brees in New Orleans.
I like that guy.
The face of the franchise in Carolina, Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks that have come in and taken their place have been doing very good. You've got Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville.
The mustache man.
Minshew Mania.
Minshew Mania.
You got Teddy Bridgewater, who's been lighting it up in New Orleans. You got Kyle Allen, Carolina, undefeated.
Where did this Allen kid is? I think to me is the most surprising. We knew Bridgewater could be good. Minshew he could just be an aberration. I mean, that's kind of wild. But this Allen guy, he plays very well.
He's the second best Allen at quarterback.
Second best, behind.
Little Joshy.
Oh yeah.
When those starting quarterbacks that were injured come back, if they falter, which team is going to have the biggest quarterback controversy?
I think it's Carolina. I think Newton didn't have a good start to the season anyway, and he's injury rattled as it is. He's kind of he looks like he's ready to go at any point. Like I've had enough. I think if Allen plays solid and Newton comes back and he has trouble, Allen's the first guy back in. I think Breeze in New Orleans, if he comes back in, he's the man. No matter
Easy breezy.
Beautiful
yeah,
cover.
he's coming back. Yeah. How do you know that?
It's a commercial. But
maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe she's born with it, Josh.
I gotta agree with you. I'm looking at it. Drew Brees, he could probably murder somebody in New Orleans and still be their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
He's an icon down there. Minshew, personality, big icon down there now.
It's a lot of fun.
Right. Is he actually cut out to lead a team for a full career?
No, and a healthy Foles is better than no Foles at all.
Foles is a backup quarterback.
You think
Fry's the backup?
You
know,
coming off the
yeah,
bench.
that's a good point.
I think Foles is a backup quarterback. He's the best backup you could ever have.
So you think him and Minshew could have a little bit of
I think Minshew goes.
Really?
I think that's his job.
No shit. Taqua Lake.
Decent.
Thank you. Hey, lean back in over here. Get a little closer.
Teddy Bridgewater, though, is making himself a lot of money because I think he's only on a one-year contract.
Yeah.
He'll sign for big bucks on another team next year.
Yeah, well, like Washington. Hey, he could go anywhere. He could go any team right now that doesn't have a clear number one should welcome Bridgewater with open arms. I mean, he's just taking a team that in New Orleans, Breeze does something with nothing almost every other year with New Orleans. They're never great at every stuff. Breeze makes them that much better, but seeing what Bridgewater can do, I still believe it's the quarterback. I think the quarterback is that good, that it's Breeze being that good, it's Bridgewater being that good, and that's why they're successful. That wherever Teddy wants to go next year, he's got kind of free reign. It's interesting to see how that's going to work out. Very interesting.
Indeed.
And I agree with you on the Cam Newton analysis. They're getting it done without him. They are relying heavily on Christian McCaffrey.
Who's awesome. We saw him stiff arm a guy this morning.
Leading the league in rushing, at least 2 touchdowns today.
Yeah.
Salary cap dump. They could get rid of Cam.
Yeah, Cam can go. Cam go. Cam.
Bye-bye.
Go. Oh. So we've covered the quarterback. That's a big story this year was the ace quarterbacks going down. Another big thing this year, to me, honestly, is not so much what teams you expected to do really good this year. You've got your Patriots, you've got your Chiefs. The Seahawks are a little bit of a surprise, but it's more or less the teams that are kind of disappointing this year.
I have one team.
One.
That really disappointed me. It's that team from Atlanta.
The Falcons?
No, the Braves. They gave up 2 touchdowns in Game 5.
If you guys don't know, we're talking about another sport that's got a bat and a ball.
They gave up 2 touchdowns. Well, they gave up a touchdown and a field goal in the first inning.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? But the Falcons themselves, in another sport,
suck too.
They're no good. Were they 1-4?
Yes, they are.
I mean, Matt Ryan is supposed to be an elite quarterback. Can't get him out of the rut.
Actually, he is, I believe, 4th or 5th overall in passing yardage, but it's their defense.
Well, I'm saying you need a great quarterback. Picks the whole team up.
I remember back when they were in the Super Bowl and they gave up a large lead.
I believe it was 28-3 they had a lead.
It was pretty bad. It was awful. It wasn't the Bills, though. So
No, but man.
The Chargers are another team that at sitting there at 2-3. Phillip Rivers, another quarterback who's awesome. They have tons of talent on offense. What about their defense in San Diego or LA, wherever the hell they play?
Mediocre.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
But they should be better. I mean, they shouldn't be 2-3. They lost to the Colts, but the Colts might be good. They beat the Chiefs last week.
Well, I think the only reason he's getting older, but he's waiting for his kids to play on his team. He's got 13 kids. And
Phillip Rivers, of course.
P-Riv.
Yeah, as we call him on the phone.
No one ever called him that.
Except for us on the phone.
Only his close buddies.
Yeah, his closest friends. But yeah, he's got pretty much a starting lineup in Children. I see what you're getting at there.
My most disappointing team, my New York Jets.
Why?
2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, I was ready for just end the season.
Oh.
You had Sam Darnold going out with mono. 22 years old, and you're getting mono. Come on.
Huh?
You had injuries, players suspended. They are historically bad on offense. They brought in Adam Gase. Not my first.
He's
pick
the
for
bee
coach.
watcher. In this interview, he's the bee watcher.
It's supposed to be this offensive genius, not playing out so far. Doesn't get any better. They play Dallas, then they play New England Monday night, then at Jacksonville.
Not looking good.
Not looking good at all.
Wow. So are you saying from the Greek mono, the Jets don't have mono win?
As of right now, no, they
Mono
do not.
meaning one. Mono win.
And who do
I
they
took
play?
Spanish. I'm used to but
You know?
Wow. If you don't know,
Now you know.
Billy.
damn straight.
So who do the Jets play today?
They have Dallas at home.
Oh.
I'm going to root for Dallas. I'm just kidding. I'm
You
rooting
would.
for the Jets.
You know what though? Dallas is kind of a strange team because they started off the season on a tear, and now they played Green Bay last week at home, and Aaron Rodgers, Pope Rodgers, had a hell of a game, and the Cowboys looked very pedestrian against them. Not like they did to start out the season, and that's kind of strange. I figured that they'd be ruling the what are they in? NFC East. So you got the other guys. They're no good, but the Cowboys might not be any good, and I always hate the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Which kind of ties into, I think they are the NFC's most overrated team.
The Cowboys?
They feasted
No
on
doubt.
Miami, Washington, and the Giants. Then, like you just stated, get up in the big boys, lost to Green Bay at home, and then they lost to New Orleans.
With a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, Teddy.
Well, Teddy, yeah. Yeah, it's live. I heard people asking. It's always live in the alley.
So yeah, in the NFC, they are my most overrated team.
I agree.
Now, what about the AFC? The AFC is a little bit tougher to figure out who the most overrated team is because everybody at the top is kind of all right, but nobody's really standing out this year.
Most overrated, who got the most hype beginning of the season?
Ooh.
Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, you think the Ravens are the most overrated?
Yes. Kind of the same issue they feasted on. I got to check my notes.
Ooh. We got a fact checker here.
They feasted on Miami, Arizona, then a depleted Pittsburgh Steelers squad took them to overtime.
Mm-hmm. And then they lose. Then they lost to the Browns.
They lost to the Browns and they lost to Kansas City.
Yep. And the Browns were another team with all the hype of Baker and Odell and this and that, and they stink. They're junk.
They are close to what you said. They might be the most overrated team. Those two teams.
I would put them
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah.
I'd say the Browns are up there and overrated, and they're still overrated, and they haven't done anything, which is kind of strange. You figure by then the hype knocks down, but no, everybody still talks about it every week, and they stink.
Let's see what they do today. They are hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
They're gonna get killed.
They're gonna kill.
They're
The
gonna get
Seahawks
killed.
are awesome. The Seahawks are the team. The Seahawks are my NFC dark horse team. Nobody really thought Seattle was gonna have a great year this year, but Russell Wilson is on his game, and they look awesome.
You know what? I'm mad at Baker Mayfield for not shaking my hand.
You and Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
At least one of you is lying about it. The other one isn't.
Which that's a nice tie-in because my NFC dark horse team is Richard Sherman's San Francisco 49ers.
Whoa.
Currently undefeated,
At 16-0. That seems a little exaggerated.
which is exaggerated after we're in week 6. Can they maintain the undefeated? Probably not.
No.
The team kind of flying a little bit under the radar.
But don't you think they're kind of like the Rams last year, where everybody knew they could be okay? They got Garoppolo is playing pretty well at quarterback, kind of the way Goff did last year, and then kind of took off. It kind of seems like their last year, the Niners right now are the last year's Rams.
Keep in mind the Rams made the Super Bowl last year.
They did. It's on the record book. Somebody
Record.
wrote it down.
It's a record.
Record. Radio.
Has anyone ever been to Record Giant in the Plaza? Oh, that was 20
Spent
years
a
ago.
ton
Never
of
mind.
money there.
Never mind.
Ton of money.
Jimmer spent a ton of money there on the Jets theme song records.
Every year.
Yeah. Jets. Jets.
Jimmer,
Jets,
Jimmer,
Jets.
Jimmer.
I
Basically.
didn't get that one, but
AFC dark horse Super Bowl pick. We just talked about the NFC. Who in the AFC, who amongst us could be a dark horse pick for the AFC spot in the Super Bowl?
pressure's on, Josh.
I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Do you know the Buffalo Bills? Do you know who they are?
No.
They're 4-1 this year.
Mhm.
They have a little Joshy.
Mhm.
Little Joshy's the quarterback.
And a good defense.
They're decent.
Yeah. I'm going to go agree with Josh on that one. The Bills, my surprise dark horse Super Bowl pick. Jimmer?
I would have said the Bills, but I knew you guys were going to put them. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans.
That's
If you get into a shootout, they can light it up. He double covered DeAndre Hopkins. Will Fuller can do the job like he did last week, gaining over 230 yards receiving.
who went to Notre Dame.
They
He's
got
a good
J.J.
guy.
Watt on defense.
Who?
J.J. Watt.
I'd never heard of the guy. Have you?
He's
Big dude, he's pretty good.
decent.
Yeah, shit's decent. Well, so now, but that being a dark horse pick, who's like the obvious pick? Are we just gonna say it's New England because it is every year? Because you just kind of have to.
Till you show me differently.
Yeah.
Hate to say it. New England in the AFC.
I'll tell you what. I want a piece of the Chiefs.
You want a piece
I
of the
think
Chiefs?
we could beat the Chiefs.
I think we could beat the Chiefs right now. We could, the three of us.
Well, how many do they have?
We'd spot them 7 points, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they only
And-
get 3.
No.
Yeah,
I
2
was gonna
trainers
give
and the coach.
I could take out Holmgren. easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Holmgren,
what is that? Their
Andy Reid.
Oh, Andy. Oh, man.
They look the same.
Well, they're both fat guys with mustaches.
I do.
Well, Andy Reid is. Well, he's been 500 pounds his whole life. Did you ever see him in
He
that
looks
video?
like a tomato.
His
Hey,
poor
that-
mother.
Well, just to let you guys know, before we get back to football, Josh and Jimmer and I this morning while we were at the Wild Newton Saloon did some apple picking.
Todd, Emily, we did it.
We did it. Did you?
Why don't get up early and do your apple picking?
Yeah. Happy apple season.
And I also have. Should we go over there?
No.
Oh, shoot,
I just
over
got
there.
this itch.
I have an itch.
I got this. Hang on. Hang on. Bear with us 1 second, Jimmer. Bear with us.
Salmon.
Yeah, I got this itch. Gotta get this shirt off.
I am itch free.
Oh, you will be itchy, Jimmer.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. What do you got there? Much
What?
better.
Can you read backwards?
If you can't, it says
Live in the alley.
That's right. We got our own shirts. What do
Well-
you think about that?
So we're giving one away this week.
Yep.
I don't know who it's to.
Special guest Jim Bielaszewski
Hey!
gets the shirt this week. It's in a box behind me. I'm not reaching for it.
Yeah.
What size do you take?
I'll take a large.
I'm all out. Sold out last night.
Ah.
Anyway,
I believe these are available at fine selected outlets.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
You'll find it at Foot Locker.
Yeah. Sears and Roebuck. When they come on the train, just like the house. Oh, why?
They each come with a baby. That's weird. Anyways.
Where'd that come from?
Anyways, thanks for tuning in.
We got anything else? Picks.
Oh,
We have no picks for the day, other than Jimmer's team is going to win 86-0.
I
I'll take
have.
that. I'm not counting on it though.
All right. The Bills next week play at 1 o'clock against who?
I have one pick.
What is your
The
pick?
Dolphins. Is it your nose?
That. So.
not as
You need help?
Man, I quit. The Jets don't have Bono win.
No.
Did we do this already?
Yes, we did.
Okay. All right.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
I'll get a chip.
How long?